Hello, hello, hello. Oh, good day. Hello, everyone. I'm back at it again. Just making sure. It's been a while, so I'm making sure everything is hunky dory. Hmm. Tis difficult. See, should have this stuff ready. Laundry's going on in the back. Don't know if you can hear that or not. Link address. Link. That shouldn't be that, but whatever. All right, sweet. Let me make the thing for Instagram. How is everyone doing? Is anyone around? What's been going on? I'll fill you all in on stuff in a bit. How are we? Yo, Robbie Sharky. Let me put my big cartel up. How you doing, bud? That's not it. Let's close that. Let's get a little bit of music going. How we sounding? Is this music good volume? Boom. Excellent. Sounds like you can hear me too. Seems like you can hear me too. I'm gonna put this in the chat and then I'm gonna pin it to the top. Cool. Sweet deal. All right. So let me tell you about my month making a book. I gotta pause this because I can't like think. Um, so we set out to do the Kickstarter like a little bit more than a month before Heroes Con, which was Father's Day, like June 18th or something like that. And as you know, I think that's right around the time that you came on board. And it was nonstop work the whole time. I couldn't stream because streaming was just like way too distracting. Um, and I was starting to be afraid that I couldn't finish in time. And I worked that whole month, and then I finally get to the end, and we just barely missed the mark on getting it to the show, uh, which was like disappointing. So the whole time building up to the show, as soon as I found that out, I was like kind of bummed, and like just really wanting to have a show where like I had something big to um, yeah, literally just barely. Like if Mixum had just printed the book without like stopping the production so many times, I think we might even have gotten it. But here's the thing, Chauncey, what's up? I'm just breaking down the last fucking 2 months of my life, so you can see the madness I've been, or hear about the madness I've been going through, and why I've been away so long. Um, I hope you're doing all right. Hope you're free and not tuning in at work. But I know how it goes. Good to see you, dude. Um, got a little Guardians of the Galaxy piece I'm going to be working on here after I'm done talking. After I'm done yapping, might be here for a while. So, um, so I work on the book. We just barely make it in time, and we like missed it. So I'm like thinking like, oh man, how is this show gonna be good if I don't have my book? Yada yada. I was like really beating myself up about it, and we get to the show. We'll get. Oh, okay. Okay. So you got a little free time. Um. I'll finally be able to send you your Patreon package. Both of you guys. What's it called? So anyway, we just missed the mark, and so we get to the show, and it turns out uh, I didn't need my book at the show because I had my pages with me because those were done, and I had them all like in the binder, in order, in reading like consecutive, like I only put there was no filler, so you basically were reading the book legitimately uh, uh, at my table. Yo, what's up? What's up, Raymar? How you doing, man? Yeah, so like I was saying, you're on the money, Chauncey. So people got to like read the book, and I'm getting to that, Robbie. People got to read the book at my table and like flip through the pages, um, like the actual art pages, and everybody was like super kind and generous with their thoughts and words, and like it really seemed like something that captivated a lot of really cool artists that I look up to um, visually, and I hope that when I get books to them that they'll also think that it's like a decent read too. But I think that like I'm happy with being, you know, able to impress on that. Hey, thank you so much, Raymar, man. I really, really appreciate it, dude. Inky Knuckles. I'm like gonna work my way through all of that info and like story of how we got to this point that we're at right here, right now. I'm just chewing the fat for a little bit before I get drawn. Um, Trying to catch up with you guys. I guess I should show you the drawing I'm working on. That would probably be nice. So, uh, what's it called? We were at the show and we had a great time. We did the drink and draw stuff. I met Matthew Allison, who is the artist of Cancor, and who has been like a huge inspiration to me for a really really long time. I met him in person and like for the first time in years. I met him in person in like 2016 when he was tabling at Heroes, and I met him now, but I was like I felt like I was meeting him as a contemporary and not just like a fan. And so I brought my book to him, and he was like just very, very uh, open to it. He was very. I want to choose my words wisely because I don't want to like blow smoke up my own ass or put anything out there that is not true. But he definitely seemed very pleased with what he was looking at, and I was very very happy with that. It's basically the moment that I'm gonna like cherish the most from the show entirely. Um, I almost forget what happened most of the other time, uh, but I got to meet Aaron Conley, who I don't know if you guys have seen Sabretooth Swordsman. He did that cool comic. I got a copy of that. Um, uh, I got to see Mark Laszlo again, who I got to meet last year at Heroes, and he was super nice. And now I'm like, well, I'll get to it, but I'm in Inky Knuckles with him now, and Matthew Allison is also another Inky Knuckles artist. Marco Ferrari, I got to meet for the first time, and he was super nice and has been like, super uh, like excited about me joining the thing and is like talking about us doing cons together and stuff and being excited about it. And so that's really exciting. And um, I'm done with the book, so I feel like I can get back to drawing. The reason why I couldn't get exactly back to streaming is because I was working on a commission that I needed to keep private, and but so that's a different story. That's a little bit later. So we're at the end of Heroes, right? And I'm sitting there. I um, I meet Jim Rugg at the end. Another really, really great moment was at the end of Sunday. I met Daniel Warren Johnson, guys. I shook his hand. I sent him the PDF of the book. I wonder what he'll say about it if he finds the time to read it. I want to send him a physical copy, but so at the end of Sunday, I'm like walking around trying to see people. Kevin Catalan. I got to meet Kevin Catalan for the first time. That was super awesome. There's so many like all it's all coming back to me in like pieces. My memory's really bad, and I kind of have to like take my time with it. But so many cool things happen. Um, and So we're at the end of Sunday, and I'll tell you about Inky Knuckles. But a really cool thing that happened. I showed Ed Piskor and Jim Rugg the book, but the way that I got to show Jim Rugg was really fun because uh, it was the end of Sunday, and everyone was like basically leaving or whatever, and or maybe it wasn't even Sunday. I think it might have been even Friday or like whatever. But it was the end of one of the days, and I was like going around, and I saw Jim Rugg was like finishing up at his table, and I'm walking up with the book under my arm, and he's dealing with some people, not dealing with, he's like talking to some people, trying to see if like they have any questions or need to know anything while he's like closing up. So I'm like waiting there because I want to like be like, hey Jim, remember me from last year? You guys saw my book. Here's the finished thing, right? And have that talk with him if he had the time. And so I'm there, and gosh, oh my gosh, who was it that I was talking with there? I think it was Kevin Catalan. Kevin Catalan and and might have been Miklos, who was a friend of Mark Laszlo, another very talented artist and comic artist and guy who's tabling there. Um, but anyway, I'm standing there and they're looking at the pages, and Jim Rugg finishes up and he comes out from behind his table like a little kid to come next to me as I'm like in the middle of a sentence, and I like look over because I'm like I'm waiting to talk to Jim, so that fact that he's like coming up to me is like, okay, cool. Here's the thing that I was like looking forward to, maybe I can catch him. And he's like, hey, do you mind if I like stand over your shoulder and look at this while you flip through it? And I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, Jim, I'm like coming here to show you personally. Like, I want you to flip through it. Like, I was like so flabbergasted that he just seemed so excited to like want to see the book. He said he was he said that he had been trying to get to my table all day, but that he was really busy. I think that might have been Saturday actually that happened. Because Sunday is kind of a whole different kind of day. I think that was my Saturday, and Sunday was when I met Daniel Warren Johnson at the very, very end of the day. Um, Felix like yelled at me because I was like, there was no line, so I was like standing there like, oh, suddenly I was like, I just popped up, I was like, there's no line, I'm gonna take my chance now. And Felix was like, hey man, we're finishing up, like, you gotta be quick. I was like, hey man, I just want to show him, I just want to meet him and show him this thing. He's like, be quick. So he like yelled at me, and I was quick. I like didn't. Daniel Warren Johnson even offered me another copy of Old Man Skywalker, which I know people will be upset that I didn't take, but I didn't take it because a friend of mine had already given me one, and I didn't want to like take another thing from him. I just wanted to meet him and show him my book and ask him if I could send him a copy through PDF or the mail or whatever. And he gave me his email to send it to. So I did that. I sent it to him after the show, like maybe a week or two later. So that was how I got to show Ed Piskor. Aaron Conley, who saw it with Matthew Allison, asked me to come to his table. He's another Felix artist. Aaron Conley is, and he got to look at the book. Andrew McLean, I had a whole conversation with him and my friend Mike Becker. That was excellent. Um, it was such a great show, guys. And if you ever have the chance, you should definitely make plans to go. It's such a good time. I didn't even have my book, and I'm glad that I didn't have my book. It created a different like kind of show for me. Like I wasn't trying to sell anything necessarily. I was just trying to show people that I made something, and I feel like that was like way different, like mentality wise. I think it was really great for me actually. And so at the end, I hope that's the case. I hope that's the case, but I hope you can come. It does feel weird, Robbie. It's super weird to like, but it's weird in like a good way because you feel more confident to talk to them. Like I felt more powerful than if I was a fan, because as a fan you are kind of at the whim of their like kindness and patience, but like as a contemporary I can be like, hey man, I'm one of you. Like I do this. I sling ink just like you. Like we're the same. It's different. Not to say that fans are lesser than or anything. It's just like you know, it's you get it. We get it. Um, and I am only looking for their uh not validation, but like acknowledgement. I think is the word. Um, and so I just wanted to meet Daniel Warren Johnson, and I actually talked to Andrew McLean, and that was super super cool. Um, a lot of really cool people. Enzo Garza and the Know Nothing magazine people were sitting next to us. They made that whole trip so great. A small zine that comes out of Orlando, Florida. If you guys have any ability to support them on Patreon, you should. You will get a lot of like handmade comics gold from these people on a monthly basis. It's really really excellent, and it's $5. So anyway, they're great, and they made our show so fun. Um, so at the end of Sunday, Inky Knuckles time, Inky Knuckles story. At the end of Sunday, at the very very last tail end of the day, I was approached by a tall, muscular gentleman with a curly mustache, who introduced himself as Cameron, and I was like, I recognized him immediately because I think I'd seen some of his posts, and like I'd seen him once or twice through the Inky Knuckles, following Inky Knuckles and stuff, right? So I'm like, hey man, yeah, that's cool, yeah, like I know who you are. I'm Victor Alpi. Nice to meet you. And he was just like flipping through my stuff and letting me. I was like talking to someone, I think. And anyway, we got to talking, and he asked me if I was interested in representation, and I was like, "Yeah, man, I don't have any clue what that means necessarily." Um, so I asked him to like either like give me the 2 minute pitch or like send me an email or something. And he was like, "Yeah, man, I could give you the 2 minute pitch, or I can send you an email." And we like agreed to talk again later. We had a longer conversation, but that was the gist of it. He and I basically made sure that we were definitely going to talk again later because I was interested. I am interested in representation. I just wanted to be, do my due diligence. Meredith was sitting right next to me, but I wanted to be able to like sit down with information and like read it and think about it and really make a decision based on all of that stuff. So, uh, so yeah, we went about our day on Sunday, and I like was giddy because I had good news to share that like I had been scouted just about for um, for art rep, for an art rep, and I think that that's super cool. And yo, I'm not even fucking kidding. It's why I've been away for so long. It's why I haven't been able to stream. I'm not even done. I'm not even done yet. I'm just trying to take a photo to add to Instagram for a story or whatever, so people know I'm streaming. This is like the exhausting part of all of this. But anyway, I at the same time I missed it. Like I miss being here talking to you guys. Um, but he approaches me. We have that conversation, and we go about our Sunday, our our Monday. We have breakfast with the Know Nothing gang. Um, I hope I get to meet the whole crew too, man. But like, yo, the crew is gigantic. You know what? Like, in what kind of setting are you meeting that many fucking home run hitters like in one room? Could you imagine? I don't think I have the brain space for that kind of like creativity. That's like making atoms collide, man. It's like that's explosive. That's such a I'm just now breaking into this like whole scene, so that seems like yeah, hold on. I'll bring a link. I'll give you the link to the thing. Um, InkyKnuckles.com. Yeah, if you go to that page and you go to our artists, you will see my name, which my father, thank you very much for setting me up for alphabetical success. Really appreciate that. Um, but like if you scroll down, you're gonna be doing it for a couple seconds because there's a lot of these motherfuckers. Could you like imagine? What is that? 4 rows, 4, 8, 10, 40 artists. The guy's got 40 of like comics's most awesome talent right now, except for me. 39. I mean, I'll claim it when people actually enjoy the humors. But yeah, like that was fucking crazy. So we had breakfast with the Inky Knuckles crew. We stopped at a comic book shop. I left a copy of the book there, um, and then no, that wasn't. I'm mixing trips. That wasn't even in uh, Charlotte. We left after the Know Nothing breakfast at Waffle House, and then we came back home. And then the very next weekend, we went to Asheville. The very next weekend, um, and and the very next weekend, and we celebrated a friend of ours' birthday, and we stayed in a house that like an Airbnb that they rented, that we rented, helped rent with them, and it was a super beautiful trip. Uh, had a good time, ate some good food, but then we left there, and I went to a comic book shop and left a copy. Then came back home. My sister has been visiting with us because uh, she's a writer in LA and they're on strike right now. So she needed a place to stay while this is going on. And so she's come uh, here in her time of need and is taking care of our cats while we were going through this chaos and all of that stuff. So it was actually like kind of nice timing in a weird way. Um, but then my parents were going to come for 4th of July. It's about the end of June now. We're at. Um, Cam and I have agreed to work together. I signed the paperwork at this point, and I'm like getting my stuff together to send to him, like my physical art. My sister's staying with us. My parents are coming for 4th of July. My cousin is coming like the weekend after 4th of July for the weekend, while my parents are still in town. And me and Meredith and my sister are in the house trying to figure out how we're going to get 3 more people to stay in here for a week and some change. And my dad hurts himself at work, uh, pinches a nerve in his back lifting something too heavy. And we talked him into staying home. So he didn't come then, but went to the doctor, is feeling much better now, is doing much better now, and is being way more careful at work. And we've been like, checking up on him, making sure that like he can come before my sister goes back to LA at the end of this month. So they're coming in 2 days. 2 days they're coming for a week, my parents. So that trip got moved back to now. So my sister and I and Meredith are all in the house. Just Meredith has gone back to work. I'm trying to get back to commissions. I'm working on a private commission that I can't like reveal on stream. So and I needed to put some extra work on it because it needed to go a while ago, and with the book and everything, I was late with it. So I put a little elbow grease into it extra. I made it color when it was just a black and white piece, and I think it came out really good. And I'll show you guys as soon as they get it and they like it and all that stuff, whatever. But my cousin came into town this past weekend, and I spent the weekend with them. My cousin, my sister, Meredith, and my cousin's wife. It was a weird order to name those people in, but it's 5 of us. So we're entertaining people after all of this. Yeah, laundry is happening. I'm sorry about that. I can't really do it. I can't really do anything about that until the cycle goes through. So it's a perfect time to just be talking. I don't want to make anybody sick though, so maybe I'll just talking time. So um, so yeah, my cousin came last week. It was his birthday yesterday. It sounded like he had a good birthday, but he was already back at home. Um, all of this time, this entire time, I've been waiting to hear about my books coming so that I can start fulfilling the Kickstarter orders and the orders on my website so that I don't look like some kind of fucking weird scammer Magoo type guy. Because I'm not that kind of guy. I made a book. We printed that book. And we're waiting for it. And I hate waiting for things. Call it the time I was, you know, alive in. But I am an instant gratification victim. And I was told that they were coming the 11th. And so the 10th comes around. I know that. I know that. And I have a bunch of people, I have a bunch of Kickstarters that are late that I have contributed to that have been late by a year. And I don't really care. I'm not asking for my money back. So, like, I know that I'm only like a couple weeks late of when I wanted to be, but it still means something to me to be as transparent and um, forthcoming with everything going on. So I'm trying to make sure that everybody knows that shit's going on, and that's why I'm like being so crazy about posting everything um, about the tracking and stuff. But anyway, I was like, okay, the 11th. That sounds great. That's like 2 days after my cousin leaves, and I can like just sit at the house and package stuff up, and then Wednesday I can go and ship stuff out, and like literally take everything out on Wednesday, and hopefully by Monday, Friday, even in some cases, people will start getting books, and I thought that that would be amazing, right? But Friday before on the 8th, what is that? The 8th? The Friday before the 11th? They we get a message saying that the comics are coming in on the 10th. And I got so excited that I was being given like one early day. No, no, there are a couple other international orders. Just a couple, not as many as I thought there might be, but just a few. So so they tell me the 10th. And I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah, Monday. That's even better than Tuesday because it's the day before. And I got excited. I was like, oh, books are coming Monday. Books are coming Monday. You know, like fucking ringing the bell, fucking Paul Revere style and shit. And the 10th comes, and we don't even get so much as a fucking update or tracking info or anything. I was like, okay, cool. And then that night, at the end of the day, they switched it like, oh, it's the 11th again. I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. I guess that was the original day, so I'm not super upset, but why get my hopes up, right? Getting a little agitated. The 11th comes, same thing. No info, nothing. Yesterday, or not yesterday, the day before yesterday. Um, and I was like, yo, nothing? Like, not even a word? Not, no tracking, nothing. So we emailed them, and they like messaged us back. They're like, oh, we had problems with the body of the print order and are redoing it overnight, and we're gonna ship it to you tomorrow. And I'm like, you're gonna fix the entire body. That's 84 pages. It's the middle of the book, not including the cover. So, basically the book. They're gonna reprint, I don't know how many of 300 of them overnight. Come on this journey with me and ship it to me the next day. This is the 11th, the night of the 11th, that they were supposed to have shipped it that day. they're telling us this only because we messaged them in their live chat service. And it's like, yo, okay, cool. Thank you for the info. Sure enough, yesterday they created the label and they shipped it out. But we asked, what was the problem with the body? Do we need to resend the PDF? Do we need to do anything to fix the problem on our end? Or was it you guys? No response. Label created. They're getting here tomorrow, supposedly, by 7 p.m. So that's where we're at now, guys. That's where we're at. But just to rewind a little bit, they're printing the fucking order overnight. Why did it take them this long if they could do that? Am I crazy? Am I crazy to think that that's like something they should have done like with all the orders all the time? Is print them just as quickly as possible instead of saying it's going to take you 8 days to do it? I might. I'm considering it. If the books come out really good, I'm not going to complain. I'll just put my orders in early and I've learned my lesson, okay? But uh yeah, boy, it's just been a journey for me like on my end trying to basically make sure that everybody gets what I promised them and also that like I don't know, look good for Inky Knuckles and not like some sort of weirdo, you know? He's like telling people to buy the book. I don't even have them yet, you know? It makes me feel bad that it's taken this long. And I didn't want to tell him what to do and be like, yeah, don't announce that I'm an artist for you yet or whatever. Like I didn't know if that was something I could even had the power to say to him. So, and I don't want to mess with his schedule and have to rearrange things on my behalf or whatever. So, anyway, I just want you guys to know that I appreciate your support. I appreciate your patience in waiting for me to come back to the streaming game. We're back. We're back at it again. Uh, and I'm going to try and be as consistent with it as possible. As long as there are no private commissions, I will be trying to uh, what is the thing that I've learned out of this that's the most important? Um, to do the damn thing that you want to do, like the book that you want to make, the comic, the mini, the strip. Like, just start working on it, man. And that's been my advice, I think, for a long time. But now I'm like, I'm living by my own words, which is something that I hear a lot of people don't do, and I know myself I don't do a lot, and that's who I'll talk about right now since that's who I have power over. I don't listen to my own advice. I've been told that I give good advice, but I hardly ever listen to the right thing to do. And now that I'm like putting work in and putting my head down and actually focusing and doing the thing I want to do, like the thing that I've always said is going to make me happy, my dream, my desire, or whatever, is to draw and make comics. I'm like focusing on making that my career, and things happen to be working out for me. And I don't know if it correlates to effort or what, but I've been working for a long time and I've never tried this hard. And I've also never been this successful, like even close before. I'm like still on my way up, it feels like. Like I feel like I'm at the very bottom of the mountain. I'm still at the summit, you know? So, anyway. Yeah, clearly you guys are the best community. So anyway, laundry's done. Laundry's done, so I can. Boom. The the viscera from making the comic. This little desk thing that I have now is now officially mine. I think I've claimed it. Good and proper. It was Meredith's before. I drew the pencils for this a while ago, so I had to go in with new pencils to sort of like refresh my brain on what was going on in some of the drawing. Um, but this is where we're at so far, and this is where I'm going to pick it up. And yeah, join me as we finish this, hopefully in the next day or two, and on to the next one. All the commissions that I was doing before the book, we're back. We're back to that. So the Gara versus Rock Lee. I think so. I think we were actually just talking about that last night. Um, they they do like a live stream with Brian Level, and they invited me to join them on that. And so I was talking to them literally last night, like midnight or so. Um, and was it midnight? It was pretty late. Either way, I was talking. Yeah, I think it was midnight. But I was talking to them on their live stream, and they were talking about doing a collab stream. So yes, I will be doing something like that with them, and hopefully with someone here or one of my friends on Instagram. I think that's another place I'll do those. My friend John Golden, he and I are going to be collaborating on a an event here in Savannah soon, and then we're going to go on tour to a convention in North Carolina. Um, with that collaboration in mind. He's the guy that did the Bone Men comic that I've shown. That drawing of the skeleton guys with the bone men on the ground. That was for his comic of that name. We're gonna do a crossover event for both of our new books because his issue 2 came out and now Fantastic Amazement is out. So we're gonna do like a cross promotion thing where I have a signing at the neighborhood comics local comic book store that I frequent and am good friends with the owner of, and John Golden works at and is good friends with the owner of Planet Fun, another very cool location in Savannah that sells comics and video games and uh, stuff. Uh, and so we're gonna do like a weekend where we sign at both places. One day on Friday we do one place, Saturday we do the other, and then we do like but we're both at both events basically, and we'll sign there and have a good time, sign books and just doodle goofy shit together, make jokes. It should be a lot of fun. We're thinking about doing it in October since it's like right before um, the con in North Carolina in Durham is the 3rd and 4th of November. So it'll be like right after Halloween, basically. And so we're gonna use that for energy and also like give us time to plan and really make some cool stuff for it because we want to do. I would like to figure out a way to make like a bundle incentive, like maybe a 1 page folded comic uh that is like a crossover mini comic that you can only get if you buy the bundle kind of thing. I'll get you guys copies. Um yeah, I was thinking about him and I making like a little mini comic where he draws the Bone Men in the comic and I draw the hue marks in the comic, but like the comic is one comic, so it's both of our art going through together all the way through. Um, and I thought that was really cool. Uh, Kankor and Sabretooth Swordsman did that for that album, vinyl album that they put out. I don't know if you guys saw that. I have the vinyl actually. I don't know if we're gonna be making a vinyl record or anything, but I thought this was so fucking cool when they announced it. But that's not even all, guys. They made this to go with it. They both drew their own characters. So 4 pages, right? One, two, three, four. Not that much. But check that out. Anyway, I thought, man, John, we should do something like this, where we do this and put it in a bundle of his and my book. And I think that that would go gangbusters. And I think he agrees with me. And I'm not yelling, you're yelling. Trying to get this back in here. Trying to put it back. Trying to take care of it. It's very important. Memorabilia. Straight fire is right. Mixing my adult chocolate milk. It's got coffee in it. All right. Let me take one little stretch and bathroom break, and then we're gonna get to fucking drawing. No more funny business. I'll be right back. Oh man, another little detail I forgot to mention was that me and Meredith have been like buying our shipping supplies, and one of the things we wanted to get was a label printer so that we could start printing out our own labels from pirate ship or whatever, because they're like that's where I get the cheapest labels, and we can print them ourselves, whatever. Well, we bought one under the guidance of something or other, and what we bought was like a restaurant like ticket dispenser, and not like it wasn't big enough basically for the role of labels that we wanted. So I think that printer has come in today, which is excellent news. Excellent news indeed. So yeah, last night I was talking to Cam, um, and like the stream that they were on with Brian Lovell and stuff, and he mentioned streaming, like what you guys were talking about, like a collab stream or whatever, and yeah, it made me think. Yeah, it's been a minute, huh? Should probably get to doing that again. And now that I'm done with that earlier commission, and I'm working on this, I can do that. No way, man. No way. Too involved. Too involved. I like streaming because I can kind of make up my own schedule, and as much as I like doing it all the time, I need to be able to just like bounce as well. If I need time to myself, I don't like being beholden to a super tight schedule. It just feels constraining after a while, so that's why I don't set one up. Podcasting though, that's like completely different. I don't think you can do that kind of as irregularly. I was gonna join Ink and Drink last night too when I got done with cams, and I was like fucking beat. I saw everyone on, and I was like, oh no, I don't have enough energy. I was working on this. I had done like most of this down here yesterday. Matters of me as much. You know, you know, what's the stuff you know? You, wiggle figure, so full of ants. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I definitely do. case you're interested, it's a weapon of choice for now. Daddy. Hey, quick question for those of you guys still here. If I start ask again later, I guess, when there's more people. Um, but I'll ask now too. Uh, would you guys like give me a hard time if I like tried to stream like games here every once in a while, or is that something I gotta do elsewhere? It's one of the reasons why I chose Twitch to begin with, is because like I do also like video games. Oh well, I know that there are people who like come here, I guess, expecting me to be fucking nose deep in some ink, so I don't want to disappoint people. And if everyone feels that way, then I'm totally cool with considering it. Just because Street Fighter came out, and I really enjoy it. Feel like we could take like a little Street Fighter break every now and again, maybe. Y'all ever want to catch these hands? More than welcome. I know Anthony Hopwood will be into that. Embarrass me on stream, maybe. I appreciate it, Robbie. I'm gonna keep it in mind. I have no like plans to change anything up or whatever currently. I was just curious if I was like just sticking around in the middle of the night and wanted to pop on for some matches or something, if you guys would want to be here and join. Not the way I'm wired, so could you please? And why? Running on the fault line. What will it take to get? I wanna watch you. What's your rush now? Everyone will have his day. I think so too, Robbie. Craving fame and all its decadence. Suicidal limbo. Line. Over this way, I wanna throw away like this. Such a mess, I don't wanna watch you. Such a mess over this, over this. I do, da 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 da. Self-destruct, disconnect, self-destruct. You let all it Oh man. I gotta pull up a list. One sec. So this is Star Lord. This is the Guardians of the Galaxy in the 2007 2008 landing and something run. What was mine? Didn't you? Didn't you? Okay, here we go. Here we go. In the order that they're presented in the list: Star Lord. One second. I'm rearranging things so that I can stop moving stuff around so much. It's not really working. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, Star Lord, right? Star Lord, Gamora, Drax the Destroyer, Rocket Raccoon, Rocket Raccoon over here, Adam Warlock in the corner. Let me. Oh, Philavel is this character with the sword. Groot. Everybody knows Groot. Mantis. Major Victory, who has a Captain America shield for some reason. Bug. Jack Flag. Moondragon. Cosmo the Space Dog, who I have placed my own dog. Yo, Phil, what's up, buddy? Cosmo the Space Dog, and I put my dog Belle in as the reference so that I get to draw my dog, who I miss very much. And Nova back here doing a big like blast, which is basically what I'm treating as the light source for the overall piece generally. Very, very generally. But yeah, this is all of the Guardians of the Galaxy for this run, which was basically what the movies were based on, more or less. Yeah, like this is the team that the movies are based on. Not based on, but you know what I mean, like the where they grabbed most of the reference from. I have no idea how accurate to the actual canon story they tell in those issues is. Excuse me. How you been, Phil? Any word from the shop? Sorry to hear, bud. Oh shit. All right. That's fucking awesome, Phil. Sorry, I just looked back up at the messages. Glad that you're doing that. It's looking better. Um, this is a commission for Raj, who is the same guy who commissioned me for this monstrosity I have behind me, the big Barda piece. I'm basically catching up. I took like 5 or 6 commissions, and then I started making a book, and I didn't finish those commissions. So I'm back. I'm back at those. Yeah, I got to finish that too. So, but Raj is. I got to meet Raj at the show. He was someone I got to meet in person. And he was super cool and super nice, and got to show me. He showed me like a bunch of his pieces that he's collecting, and um, super nice guy. Glad I got to meet him, and glad that he's commissioned me for such cool pieces. He's like one of the reasons that I'm here right now is because I got to do that cool Mr. Miracle that, you know, I think is basically where shit started. I did that piece and I was like, I'm not going anywhere less than this from now on. And I've been trying to kind of maintain that attitude. So Wonder I can sleep for you gave to me. Wonder I can. Oh, nice. I can't wait to see that. I've missed Mario in theaters because of like, everything going on. I've missed Mario in theaters. Um what else? I more or less missed Spider-Verse in theaters even though I did see it. I saw like the bad sound quality version, so um what else? There was something else that came out recently. Oh, I missed Flash as well. Oh, you gave to me. And I gates of heaven, self be damned. Oh, nice. I didn't even know that was something that was going on. I haven't been to Pizza Hut in years, man. I haven't been to Pizza, and this is saying something based on something I've heard ages ago. But I haven't been to Pizza Hut since the buffets were good. Like I remember sitting inside Pizza Hut and going and eating pizza inside a motherfucking Pizza Hut, not this takeout shit. I miss it, man. I think that Pizza Hut's like personal pan pizzas, like the edges of those pizzas are like the best edges of pizzas I've ever tasted in my entire life. We used to eat Pizza Hut at my house a lot. But yeah, it's been a while. It's been like maybe 15 years since I've been to a Pizza Hut. Actually, you know what? That might not be true. The last time I went to a Pizza Hut, I was in Hong Kong, and that shit was fancy. They had octopus in that shit. such a bad habit of doing that. Oh, yeah, we'll be back at it, dude. Thanks for stopping by, Phil. Good to see you, brother. Good luck with everything. Books are coming, man. Books are coming. But my keep slipping. Mm-hmm. Oh, what I've been hiding skin and picking my scabs again. The outside blending, opposites in my shadow. I do step through. with a weight shadow. The other side, shadow. Two just ahead of me. We must never be apart. Perfect just like me. We must never be apart. Perfect just like me. Stars. Must never be apart. Alright, I'm gonna let Star Lord dry a little bit. Then I'm probably gonna come back and work around here again. But I'm gonna take a stretch break. I don't know how long we're going today, by the way. Just wanted to kind of come back and let everyone know I was alive again and what's been going on. Put this on a VOD later. Damn it. Be right back, homies. Hey y'all. So sorry. Emergency bathroom break hit me. What's going on? And in the middle of the rain, I had to go pick up Meredith. They are doing some event at work, and we both thought they were going to be there until like 5 something today. But they finished early, and I'm going to go get them and do some stuff. Pick up our label printer and all of that. Really sorry that this stream was kind of so haphazard and all over the place. But promise we'll be back into the regular swing of things soon. I will be back tomorrow, as I don't think I've got to do anything except for wait for my books. And as soon as I get that, I will be. I don't know. Maybe I'll stream a whole package putting together stream or something, or maybe I'll just like wait until I'm done and draw. I don't know. We'll see. Either way, thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you. See you on the next one.